Dear children, in this video, we are going to consider these questions which are presented in front of you. The first question is, if any component from the food chain is removed, the rest of the chain gets affected. Justify. The second question is, how is a forest able to function as an independent unit? Then, why is the term food web a better description for a forest than a food chain? And the last question is to describe the role of decomposers in a forest. Let us take up the first question. If any component from the food chain is removed, the rest of the chain gets affected. Let us try to give answer to this question with the help of the first food chain that we see here. The leaves of the trees are eaten by the deer. The deer is eaten up by the lion. If any one component of the food chain is removed, for example, if the deer is removed, then the plants or the trees are going to increase in number. And if the deer gets removed, the lions are going to die because they will not be able to feed on any herbivorous animal. Think about removal of lions. If the lions get removed, the number of deers are going to increase in number. And if the number of deers are going to increase in number, they are going to finish all the plant material available to them. And then suppose the trees are removed. Trees are the producers, they produce food, and they are the and sun is the ultimate source of energy for all living organisms. So if the trees will be removed, the deer will die, and eventually the lions will also die. Therefore, children, if any one component from the food chain is removed, the rest of the chain gets affected. For example, if the plants are removed, the herbivores like rabbits will die. There will be scarcity of food for the carnivores like snake and lion. If the decomposers like bacteria are removed, the nutrients will not be recycled and the soil would become deficient in nutrients and would not be able to support plant life. Now let us look at the second question that we need to discuss. How is a forest able to function as an independent unit? Children, we do not need to go to a forest to give water to the plants. The farmers do not need to go to the forest to give manures and fertilizers to add them in the soil. So the forest is able to function as an independent unit. And let us now quickly see the answer to this question. A forest is able to function as an independent unit because there is no direct addition of fertilizers and seeds or food and water for animals. Because within a forest, the materials move in a continuous nutrient cycle along a food chain and through a food web that goes from plants to plant eaters, then to meat eaters, and then to decomposers, and again back to the plants. The next question was that why is food web a better description for a forest than a food chain? This is because a single plant or animal may have links to many others. For example, those animals that eat both plants and other animals can have links with many plants and a variety of other meat eating animals. And this we can see in this food web. The example was discussed in the earlier video also, but let us take up one more example. This shrub is being eaten by a rabbit, and the rabbit is being eaten up by the lion, but the lion can eat snake as well as deer. So in a forest, instead of just food chains, food webs occur. How are decomposers important? Because they break down the rough woody fibers of trees and enable the nutrients